Yo, we back again. Word 'em up. Yo, son, we gonna take a little trip up to Maryland, feel me? Shout out to my sister, yo. You haven't heard lately, I drop a verse daily. I'm about to lay the rose petals for boxing first lady. Ask Cash, she not in it for a cash grab. She passionate when she speaking and make the crabs mad. Ashley's Korner got the news for the boxing heads. Whether you ball, rockin' waves, or you got the dreads. Cowboys bummy, nose runny, ain't nothing funny. These little dummies will sell their own mommy for insurance money. Tuning in on weekends, my favorite getaway. Giving you the boxing analogy every Saturday. Plus she got a hyperlink, so if you got a dime, spend some time and go to bonfire.com/store/love-in-sports, and you can lurk, hit the search, you could get a shirt. If you ain't learned by now, you never will. She got the clever skills where the sneakers are in high heels. All the cats boring now, they was boring then. There's no defeating her. Ashley's like a media, with knowledge like a thesaurus encyclopedia. Them other lame channels remedial, make me sleepier. I tried to warn you, if I say again, your ass are gonna. Y'all informants, get the hell away from Ashley's Korner. You lose a leg if you step a toe past the border. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Korner. Word 'em up. Ash Cash. We in the building, son. Judah Ben. Tell a friend, yo. You might say you on the block, but this is Ashley's Korner.
Hey, salute to everybody that came in the building. Shout out to Judah Vision, yo, with the fat ass beat. That you on fire, yo. Shout out to him. I thanked them 100 times. Bars, lyrics, and everything. The shit was fire, right, Cuzzo? Suit the Cuzzo in the building. Everybody that came in, everybody that's going to see this on the replay. Shout out to All Things, always the first one in the building. Yo, please smash that like button. Shawana Allah, what is good with you, Queen? What is good with you? Hope all is well. Mike Biggs Boxing is in the building. What is good with you, King? In here? Yeah, Cuzzo, shit was fat, right? Suit to Cuzzo in the building. Miss Just Doozy. What is good with you? Yes, please support the channel. Best way to support the channel is to join the channel. But every day coming in, every time you see me drop something, whether it's as short as a video, come in, hit the like button, leave a comment. That's real support. Salute to you, Teach. What is good with you? What is good? Yeah, right. I turn my shit off because I'm doing a little side. Doing a little side right now. But shout out to everybody that came in the building, man. I hope everybody's having a very blessed day, blessed week, blessed month, blessed year so far. Blessed life. Let's get it. We got some good boxing today. We got boxing on right now, even though, I can't find it. You know what I mean? Like, what is it on right? What's the Sergio Lipinets joint on? What is it? ESPN? What is it on? I can't even. I see it on the Fire Stick, but I'm like, I want to watch it without the pauses. Thank you. Like, what is it on? I'm trying to watch that. I got bets out on fights. Supposed to be some good fights on that card with Sergio Lipinets and that guy from the UK. I can't remember his name. Amir, something like that. You know what? Hold on, I got it already. Is it on here? Yeah, Adam Azim. Yeah, that's his name. That's his name, Queen. Him. Yo, why did I think for a second? I looked at him and I was like, yo, I know this cat. I went to his box rack and he knocked. That's the dude who stopped O'Hari Davis. O'Hari Davis, in my opinion, is for the pickings. That guy don't really have a good defense. He not really that good of a boxer. I would have anybody tearing him apart. Man, I honestly am like, yo, if Sergio Lipinets wants to, he can pull an upset on Adam tonight. For real, if he wants to. Sergio Lipinets is a tough dude. And man, knows his cricket from kickboxing and everything. That's a tough dude. And he can hit. You remember what he did to Omar Figueroa, Brandon Figueroa brother? He tore him apart and retired that man. Tore him apart. Sergio Lipinets is the dude that I wanted to fight Boots, and everybody thought I was tripping, but he was the only one that went as long as he did, and you know what I'm saying, made Boots show us more of a fight at that time. He can come in here and pull up an upset. Salute to Talib Cunningham in the business. What's good with you? Carolina in this bit. Hold on. Kamel Moulton is also fighting tonight. I got him stopping the dude he fighting. The dude he fighting is game, though. The dude, Frank, excuse me. He hasn't really fought no serious names and nothing like that. But the dude, because he only got like 6 fights as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? But dude he's game. But I got Carmel for the stoppage. Some dude named Scott Forrest is fighting tonight. Stocky dude. I think he's cruiserweight. Bruh hit hard as a mug. I seen his knockout reels, bruh. And them shorts, that shit is crazy. He a all right boxer. Stocky as a mug, though. He looks short, but he really not that short. He's just real muscular. He fighting the dude. This look like it's going to be a pretty good fight. I still got Scott for the KO. You feel me? We got this dude, Colin Simpson, fighting some dude named Elvis. That's going to be a good fight. I think I'm going to go with Simpson for the win. They got a Daniel fighting a Daniel Blancas fighting a Barrages or whatever. That shit look like it's gonna be fire. Both of them look like they kind of equal, but Belanca's look like he got more skill. I'm gonna go with David on that. Calampo, Galasso, whatever his name is, fighting Leonardo. He gonna knock Leonardo the F out. I'm telling you. But for the main card, though, you got Pitbulls on that card fighting somebody named Angel Ferrero. Should look like it's gonna be a pretty good card. Angel not scared of him. He got a pretty good boxing game. He can punch he could punch kinda. It looked like it might be a good one. You gotta remember, Pitbull is still 5'4". He's still 5'4" with a 60-inch reach or something crazy like that. Duty fighting, I think he's like 5'8" with a 70 or something, or like a 68-inch reach or something crazy like that. So it's going to be different. Yo, I played the jam. Time to drink. Salute to Judah Vision in the house, the artiste, the MC. Salute to you, PGA's big dog. What is good with you? Who you got in the battle of the Davids? I made a video about that. Very confusing video, but I still made a video. Still made a video, damn it. I got David, that's all I really want to say. But I mean, I picked Morrell, I picked the underdog. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think Morrell, I think David Benavidez is going to win this fight if it go to distance. But everybody that's picking David for the knockout, I don't understand that. David don't really knock nobody out. He gets stoppages, but do y'all really want to see that? Like, I don't want to, in this type of fight, I want to see somebody hit the deck. No early stoppages, please. No waving of the hands in this fight, for real. But I'm going with the underdog, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with somebody that's less people going with. Salute to you, Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What is popping with you, young man? You heard it pop. That's what's up. Okay. Salute. Got too much experience, Mel. Solid early enough. Yeah. Everybody's betting on experience, and I definitely understand that. That's why, I mean, for the people that say that the fight not close at all, I don't understand that. If anybody's picking David Benavidez, I understand it. It's hard for me to pick Morrell. I definitely understand it. But if you think this is like, not y'all, but there's some people that think like this is, of course, is, you know what I'm saying? Morrell got 20% to win this fight or less. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I think both of them are good boxers, and, both of them are going to be a challenge for each other. It's honestly what I think. Morrell hasn't fought nobody like David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? That's 100% fact. Everybody's right about how green he could be and how much more experience David Benavidez has. And nobody can take anything from David Benavidez. 100%. He's everything you would like in a fighter, and he exhibits that every time he gets in the ring. He knows how to fight, front foot, back foot. He can fight on the mid-range outside, and he's entertaining. Throws a lot of punches. It keeps the offense going. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good defense. Don't mind getting hit. Like, he's entertaining. Like, there's nothing you can say bad about David Benavidez at all. But everybody's going for the facts. A beating would be worse. Yeah, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to be like they stopped it early. I just don't want to see that. If somebody going to win by stoppage, I'm going to need them to hit the deck at least once. Salute to you, Silver. What's going on? What's popping with you? I bet on Morrell, but I think Benavidez is going to win. Yeah, a lot of people always put a little bit on the underdog, a little bit. I got Benavidez by slaughter, but I'm still cautious. Yeah. It's either, I really think it's going to be a back and forth fight. I do. I don't think anybody's going to go in there and knock anybody out within 5-6 rounds and stuff like that. Like, I see this being a nice match that we can all sit and watch for, at least over 6 rounds, for real. Or probably a whole 12-round fight. I said that people was tripping. Well, one person was tripping in my comment section. Tank Davis on Turk working with each other. Probably never. Probably never. Turk is really here for fighters that need his help. It seems like he's here for any fight that needs to happen or the fans want to happen but can't happen because of financial reasons. That's what Turk is for. Turk steps in and put in the rest of the bread so we can get the fight. Like I don't think Tank will ever have that problem. Fernando Vargas said he got Benavidez by murder. Cleaned out 168, but Canelo undisputed. Make it make sense. Yeah, he ducked him. He ducked him cold. Salute to you, Zach B. What is good with you, King? Brian King B in the house. What is popping with you? AMC is in the building. Morrell gonna come out fast. Maybe take the lead, but Benavidez is gonna wear him down. When it comes to the fight, I think Morrell should take his time. I honestly do. Being that Benavidez is the one that usually brings the pressure, and he's kind of known for coming forward a lot, he should just work on countering and getting his respect first. That's what I really think Morrell should do. Work on getting his respect out of David Benavidez and letting him know that he got some pop. You know what I mean? Then box that man. You know what I mean? But I don't think Morrell should pour it on until later on in the fight. You know what I mean? Whoever punches themselves out is going to be a bad look in that fight. Whoever gets tired first is going to be an absolute bad look for him. It's going to go back and forth until round 6. Then Benavidez is going to rev up that Lamborghini engine and take off, Ash. I'm telling you. Yeah, okay, I bet. I'm with it. You know, I ain't into saving nobody. You feel me? I'll watch everybody get knocked out. Salute to Talib Cunningham in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat, King.
This is for the cool.
Whoever came up with Candy Crush, thanks. Let's go. Candy Kush, I mean. Oh, man. Kush is some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff. Talib Cunningham. Salute to you, Tay Tay, the real queen of MMA. What is popping with you? Hey, queen. Hey. Nothing like a fight where the outcome is in doubt, right? Right. Let's get a good. We're gonna get a good one tonight. Salute to you, the family thing. What is good with you? Salute to you. Definitely appreciate you coming in today. Just like I told Joseph, Morrell was fighting nobody else. I'll be rooting for him, but right, it's against your guy. I feel you, yo. You supposed to do that. Salute to you, Jarrell. I mean, the fight is close. It's no reason why anybody should be mad at anybody picking anybody. Like when I made that breakdown, some dude came in my joint and was like, "Wow, like nobody's gonna agree with you." I was like, I'm not really hurt if anybody agree with me. Like, bruh, where do people be thinking? Seriously. I don't understand. And that's him showing himself, you know what I mean? That's who he is as a person. People gotta agree with him or he would never say nothing. You know what I mean? I'll never be that weak. Ever. I'll never be that weak in my life. Nobody care if people agree with me or not. I made the video, it was out. That's my opinion. And for real, if you look at the chat, he was the only person disagreeing with me. I had at least 10 other people agreeing. Yeah, it probably do. It probably does, yo. I don't put it past these states. For real. Salute to you, family thing.
This is for the cool.
I definitely appreciate you in the super chat with the super sticker. Low key, this fight is close as right until we actually see what happens. Right? Yeah, everybody's just guessing. I got Morrell. You know what I mean? I think Morrell is good enough to I think Morrell's good enough to beat David Benavidez. I think David Benavidez is definitely good enough to beat Morrell, but I'm going to go with the underdog. This is the first time I ever went against David Benavidez, but I wouldn't be 100% surprised if he beat Morrell. I'll be surprised if he knocked Morrell out. I will be shocked if that happened. That would be a shocker because Morrell has his faults, but David does too. David has his faults too. David squares up a lot. That is not the correct boxing stand. His feet he be in the wrong spot. He be in no man's land sometimes. He just don't care. He really uses the high guard mostly for his defense, unless he weaved the punch, bobbed and weaved. When he's beating up his opponents, as a lot of people think he's just going to outclass Morrell. If he does outclass Morrell in most of the fight and Morrell's still there and he don't hit the deck like some of David Benavidez's previous opponents that went the distance with him, David Benavidez has shown every time that he starts to play with his food. He'll play with his opponents. He'll load up and throw wide shots, crazy shots that, if it lands, it probably won't even make that much of a difference because he's going to be so out of position. You know what I mean? Like he does that. He throws wild shot. He does that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is the fighter to do that against, but he does. So if he is outclassing Morrell and you do that, Morrell has a chance to show him what time it is. Like nobody's perfect in this fight, but they perfect for each other, in my opinion. Like they're kind of mirroring each other a little bit. That's what makes it a great fight, in my opinion. Salute to you, Crush. What is good with you? Uncle's in the building. What's good with you? Crush the Legend. TWT is in the house. What's popping with you? How you been? How you doing? Salute to you, Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat.
This is for the cool.
Facts. He says support, most definitely. Shooter say I hear that lighter flicking. Yeah. Yeah. Both fighters have holes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody's saying that like Morrell don't have no chance. Like it's a close fight. Everybody should just, no, it's a close fight. You know what I mean? You might see a clear victory for one or the other, but this isn't like a lot of both of their opponents that you knew that, that David was going to win. You know what I mean? Either David was going to win the fight. This is different. So shout out to both of them, though, for giving us this fight. Shout out for David Morrell for chasing. It seems like he chased him. But in my opinion, I say chase, meaning he kept saying his name and didn't stop. So shout out to Morrell for saying Benavidez's name and not stopping to say his name. Shout out for when he moved up too. So he can get the fight versus David Benavidez. In my honest opinion, when Morrell was at, 168, he really wasn't getting fights anyway. Like people that he wanted to fight really wasn't getting in the ring with him anyway. So to move up to get David Benavidez fight in his head is probably kind of like a Canelo fight. Not money-wise, but that's the fight that he wants. Because nobody, Canelo ain't fighting nobody. So as far as skill, the biggest name up there is David Benavidez. That's why everybody wants David Benavidez to fight Canelo, because they think that David Benavidez is going to win. So if you can't get Canelo and you want to show that you're the best fighter in that division or up there around them weight classes, David Benavidez is the monster you got to go through. So shout out to David Morrell for wanting the challenge. I see a lot of people shitting on him because he wants it. Man, and a lot of fans really need to think about it like this. You know what I'm saying? Your fighter would be out of the job or would not be getting paid the way he gets paid if nobody really wanted to fight him. Like a lot of fans don't want their fighter to fight nobody. It seems like ain't nobody worthy. Nobody did enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, your fighter would be out of job if he didn't fight nobody. Like, that's just like you probably don't like your job, but if the shit didn't happen, you wouldn't have one. It's the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So even with the fans that say that, a fighter shouldn't be fighting this person because of the number of fights he got. Like, when he was at 168, he had a title. So in my opinion, in my eyes, he could have called out and fought whoever he wanted because he was well in his rights because he had that title. Like, that's how I look at that. So shout out to Morrell, shout out to David for them both making this fight for us and not taking forever to make the fight happen. It's already here, the battle of the Davids. I think this shit is gonna be fire. I think the co-main event is Stephen Fulton versus Brandon Figueroa. My honest opinion, and I said it then, I thought Brandon Figueroa beat Cool Boy Steph. I really did. I thought he edged the fight out. I really did, the way he was fighting. So in this fight, because it's number one, it's a weight class, it's a division up. Number two, he got knocked out by anyway. So this is after he got stopped, not just the loss, he got stopped. And then number three, he's coming off of a fight where it's his first fight at a higher weight class, and he got dropped on that fight. In my opinion, he really looked like the punches was bothering him that was coming from his opponent. And Brandon Figueroa, being that these two fighters fought each other, in my honest opinion, the only reason why they gave Cool Boy the victory over Brandon Figueroa is because of the style and way he chose to fight Brandon Figueroa. If he would have stood in front of Brandon Figueroa the way he stood in front of his last opponent, Brandon Figueroa probably would have stopped Cool Boy Steph the way he got dropped in his last fight. So if he can't mimic the same shit that he was doing versus Brandon Figueroa in the first fight by moving around constantly and boxing and holding him and boxing and coming off the ropes and boxing and countering and moving around the ring, he was boxing the shit out of Brandon Figueroa. That's why they gave him the decision. If he can't do this at this new weight class, those punches is going to bother him even more by Brandon Figueroa. And I got Brandon Figueroa to win. Okay, because of those reasons. I mean, that's just how I see that. Hold on. Yeah, nice undercard. Real nice undercard. Fight night. That's why I always fuck with Morrell win or lose, because he literally did Chase Benavidez for a fight. Old school rules. Ha. Cool Boy be bullshitting. Seem like he don't want to get hit. Sometimes, but it's just the way he was reacting off of getting hit on his last fight. I could tell he was about to go down. But I'm like, why is he still standing there? Like, why are you going toe to toe with dude? Like, did you have a bad camp and like you can't move around, bro? If he can't do that versus Brandon, he's gonna get stopped. I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you. Brandon Figueroa is no slouch. We talking about a higher weight class. Like, Cool Boy not that big though. I know he probably blow up, but that's not him in shape. That's not how he come in. Nah, I got Cool Boy getting beat the fuck up, in my honest opinion, if he can't move around. Who else is fighting? Who else is fighting, y'all? Isaac Cruz, yeah, I got him. Oh, Ramos is fighting Jason Rosario. Now, I was shocked. I was shocked when Ramos got beat up by Lubin. I was shocked. I was a little surprised, being that I know Lubin is a good fighter and all of that. But Ramos is big. He a big guy, and I seen him box beautifully against a lot of people. He went in that fight looking like he was scared of Lubin. He wasn't moving right. He looked nervous. He was pulling his shots and shit. He was waiting too long. I don't know. He looked weird as hell when he was fighting versus Lubin. But Jason Rosario has been stopped, like 2 or 3 times, dropped numerous times, I got Ramos stopping Jason Rosario. I got him coming back with a vengeance. He better not trade with Figgy. If he stand there the way he stood there, Crush. If he stand there the way he stood there versus the last dude he was fighting, it's gonna spark to number trouble. Ain't no way. There's no way he's gonna win versus Brandon Figueroa if he can't move it around. Ain't no way. You might as well forget it. Fucking Figgy rematch, yeah. At a higher weight, that was a close fight. It was, in my opinion, it was a close fight the first time they fought each other. Super Matias is fighting in March 1st in Puerto Rico. I don't even think he should fight no more in Puerto Rico until you get your shit right. Like, I don't know what he was doing, but he did not look good at home at all. I know a lot of fighters don't, but shit, you lost your title at home. First fight at home. I saw an article earlier. Yeah. It might steal the show because of how high-paced that fight is going to be. That dude, Pharaoh or whatever, he be throwing some haymakers too. And he got the reach advantage. And they look like they would hate each other. How they were staring and talking and acting towards each other and face off and shit. It was crazy. Salute to you, Thomas Hill. What is popping with you? JBT is in the house. What is good with you? Salute to you. Blessings. Definitely appreciate you coming in today. See my Black Panther brother. Salute to you, J.A. Dixon. What is good with you? I forgot who else is. I think that's really those are the three top fights on the card, I believe. There's other fights on the card, of course. You know, I think Carmelo Moulton is on this card. Salute to AD Solo. What is good with you? Morrell. I'm taking Morrell tonight. Yeah, he did look like he was. Facts. If he had a shank, he would have produced that joint. He would have produced him and he would have stabbed him clean and stabbed him dead, kept a clean hand out this joint. I'd be making a mistake trying to meet in the middle of the ring. Yeah. How you know that's what he going to do? That is what he going to do. He's going to do that. That's how he fight. I was watching his fights. That's how he fight, and that's exactly what he going to do. And you know it. You know that's what he going. How you know? How you know that's what he going to do? I think people will even know that's what he going to do. He said it. Oh my, nah, bro. It's going to be a great fight though, for as long as it lasts. Head clash was crazy, straight loco. Well, he could end up capitalizing on his mistake. Salute to you, Slogan One. What is good with your AMC FSG is in the building? What is good? This whole card tonight is, yeah, it's a good card. It's a good card. It's a better shot. That's what I'm saying. He got kind of the dimensions of Rayo. He's just not as tall as Rayo, but he got the arm reach. He got the arm reach, but he probably throw that plan out the window and start boxing him. That's what a lot of fighters do when they get a little bit ahead of themselves and get hit, and they start jabbing like, okay, let me set it up. That's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be some good fights tonight. Battle of the Davids. Now, I want to touch a couple of topics before we get on up out of here, bro. Yes, I know we've only been live for 35 minutes, but I'm trying to catch as much fighting as I can tonight. Salute to Brock Howard. What is good with you? Agree, possibly. Agree, but he possibly was advised to be made. and a barn burner that he will make more fights to come. That could be very possible. It could be very true. Very true. If they want to rebuild, I don't even think they need to rebuild the buzz around. I heard that Pitbull had a serious following now that he fought and lost to Gervonta Davis. Like, if anything, they just if they keep giving him fights where he can keep getting the knockout, that's all you need to do. For real. Prelims is on YouTube. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Shout out to Benavidez for giving us. Yes, both of them. Shout out to both of them for making it happen. Didn't take that long either. It's a couple of things I want to touch on. You hear me? All right. Now, I didn't see that whole little thing with because I missed Andy Cruz's fight. So I didn't know that whole little thing that happened last time I was live. It didn't look right. It didn't look right. When I heard some people that I take kind of serious talking about how he made it look and he still looked like he's sonning Keyshawn Davis, I was like, bro, I got to see this. I got to see it. And what's funny to me is the fact that when he came down there to shake their hand after the fight, Raymond Ford stood up, smiled hard, and shook the man's hand. I think he grabbed his arm too or touched his shoulder. He shook a woman's hand. And then when he got to Keyshawn, Shakur was standing there smiling, just looking to see what was going to happen. You know what I mean? And Keyshawn smiled. He was smiling. And he just pounded him. He didn't want to shake his hand. He just turned his back and signed an autograph, I think. And then Shakur pounded him and gave him like a half hug. He gave him like a half hug. Yeah, he got caught following. That's what I heard, Shawana Allah. I heard Pitbull following is pretty crazy, yo. I heard it's pretty crazy. Turkey gonna see how Al Haymon get down. Yeah, he gonna see it eventually. If you don't already see it, you should already know. But the thing is, with Andy Cruz was calling that man's son, he'd been disrespecting him for a while, you know, and they're not going to fight each other, in my opinion. Andy Cruz only has 4 fights and trying to come up, you know. Keyshawn Davis is about to fight for a title. He's in the teens as far as fighting. So don't make sense for them to fight each other, and they're not. But I also seen footage heard that when Keyshawn Davis seen Bozy Ennis, Boots' father, he walked up to him and didn't greet him or shake his hand or nothing. He just said, "You with the ops," and walked off like that was it. Like, "You with the ops," and walked off. All I'm saying is that if Bozy being a grown man, okay, I think he owned that gym or whatever, grown man in Philly, he a coach, and somebody comes in to needing a coach, and he be that person's coach, why would you walk up to that grown man and just say that you the ops, like you got a problem? But the reason why you calling him the ops is because he's training Andy Cruz. Your crew just dapped the man up in front of you, and you didn't get mad. You didn't say nothing. That's what's wrong with all of you top. That's why I call y'all a gang. That's why I call you a gang. That's why I call you the haters. Y'all a gang. Y'all are a bunch of haters, bro. You should have got mad that dude stood up grinning, waiting to dap Aaron up. I mean, dap Andy Cruz up. You should have got mad, Keisha, that Shakur dapped him up. Y'all ain't talk about this yet. As I know you don't like it. I know you don't. I know you don't. No, you don't. You don't like it. Because if they would have dissed them, you would have dissed them. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe if Raymond Ford would have treated Keyshawn like he was Shakur, he would have helped him? If Raymond Ford wouldn't have stood up and slapped that dude hand, and they seen what happened, and Shakur would have like, yo, get your punk ass from over here, Keyshawn S would have got on his chest, and he would have said what he wanted to say, but he didn't say when he met him. That's just how I feel. If Bozy being a grown man that you don't even talk to like that, you walk up to him and talk to him like that, you with the ops, why you not saying nothing to your friends that's hugging on him? They hugged him. Shakur hugged him right in front of you. So I don't get. Just like Raymond Ford, he sent love letters to Shakur into Keyshawn. To Shakur into Bud through X on Twitter, but he told Tank to get off his knees because he wished anyway somebody in another country he never met luck on a fight that was coming up. You don't keep the same energy. It's disgusting. Somebody DM'd, what's his name, Raymond Ford, saying, how you going to call Lamont Roach a prospect and Shakur's fighting a known prospect? He wrote and back, A-N-D, back. Y'all are phony. Why should I like it? Why should I not talk about y'all being phony? Why should I not talk about the obvious? I seen that didn't last very long. He already tweeting, I just want a paycheck. No, we don't care. You already said stuff we don't like. We didn't know you had it in you, Crater Face. It is what it is now. I don't give a fuck about Raymond Ford. And it's his fault. That's how I rock. Like, Turkey already knows that's why he got some fighters on the rehab card. Scary energy. Yo, what is good with you, Cash Crypto? What is popping? It's good with you there. He dapped him up too, Ash. Right, weird. Like, why? Didn't he just call you his son? I guess you agree. Like, it ain't. It is what it is. Shit look weird, son. It looks weird, regardless. That shit look weird. And he shouldn't have let it happen. That was the time for you to say whatever you wanted to say. Salute to you, Jarrell.
This is for the cool.
Appreciate you in the super chat with the super sticker. Absolutely. Yo, you could have walked up to him and said, like, he could have said some cold shit, regardless if his friends dapped him up or not. He could have said some cold shit. That was a prime time. The camera right there. You don't gotta act out. You could just say it real smooth, like the camera not even right there. Like Andy could have walked up to you could have grabbed his hand and pulled him close and said, look, one day you're gonna wake up and look in the mirror, and you're not gonna see nobody. Push him off you and walk off. Say something. Say it with your chest. Say something. But to be like, it did look timid. Looked a little timid. That's just looked a little. I'm just saying. Y'all only gangsters for certain people, man. Only gangsters for certain people. Tito called out Shakur, said some shit about Keyshawn. Keyshawn brushed that shit off. Shakur called him a clout chaser. Shakur was like, he at 140. What we talking about? I'm at 135. Mind you, Shakur like, forget about me calling out Ryan Garcia when he was about to fight Devin. Forget me wanting to fight him at 140. Forget me recently going on Sean Porter's podcast saying that I'll fight Tito at 140. Forget about me saying that. Tito Machado is clout chasing because he's at 140. Y'all a bunch of fake ass gangsters, bro. The haters. It's tiring, son. The haters. Ooh. Salute to Anthony Jones. Fort vs. Sugar Nunez is a fight to make. Really? Ford. I'm tripping right now. Which Ford are you talking about? I'm tripping. Salute to you, Roger. What is good? With you breaking news? David Morrell has suffered a hand fracture. Jesse Hart attack. Fuck Jesse. Oh my God. Salute to you, Dolores. What is good with you, Dolores Vanessa? Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you for being in the Super Chat, Queen.
This is for the cool.
Say, what's goody, Queen? Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year to you, Queen. We got a good day of boxing today. Very good day. Salute to you, Boxing and Barbecue. GD is in the house. Roger say, I don't think Shakur actually wants to fight Tank. I don't either. We're talking about him wanting more than one fight deal. We're not talking about him wanting a rematch if you lose. We're not talking about the money being a problem. He just wants more than one fight. Now, if you really think that you can beat Gervonta Davis, you're going to get more than one fight if you beat him. Am I right or wrong in the chat? If you really think you're going to beat Gervonta Davis and you take that one fight deal, you think PBC not going to want to use him again? Actions speak louder than words. The only person that petitioned, and I heard this shit, the only person that petitioned to fight Gervonta Davis, guess what, is Andy Cruz, the person that they don't want to fight, the person that only had 4 fights. Now, I like the fact that he even petitioned to be number 1 or Tank's mandatory to fight Gervonta Davis without clout chasing and keep saying his name, knowing that you got 4 fights like other fighters do. Do you know how many people petitioned to be Tank's mandatory and actually was Tank's mandatory and actually fought Tank? You know how many people actually did that? People don't petition to be Tank's mandatory. It's only like Rolly is the only person that did that. Everybody else just talks shit. Nobody else petitioned to fight Gervonta Davis, but one person. Not Shakur, not Devin, ever. Devin never petitioned to be Tank's mandatory, ever. Not Shakur, not Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis' team and him already admitted that Tank's team reached out to them. They don't want that fight. He want to go get a title first, and after he get it, they better Keyshawn better take whatever deal Tank giving him, and let's make the Tank versus Keyshawn Davis unification fight. Let's do it then. Let's do it. I've been said that Lomachenko's always here for the undisputed. He want to be undisputed. That's the only reason why he's still fighting. The man want to be undisputed. They tried to make the man undisputed twice. It's obvious that that's all they want to do is try to make this man undisputed. He lost twice. If Tank got all the titles, that's the only time he's fighting Lomachenko, is if he got the rest of the titles. He's not going to step in the ring with that man. I was saying when he beat Barrios, I thought it was the last straw the way he dismantled Barrios. I was like, y'all got to be nervous to fight Tank. You have to be. I know the paycheck is there, but you nervous. This is a sport. You can get hurt. You can get hurt in this sport. I know y'all nervous. I know y'all don't know how to beat him. And after that, he fought both Garcias and the way he beat up Frank Martin. Ain't no fighter think they can beat up Tank unless it's somebody that want to come in at 180 when they fight him or some stupid shit. That's it. If you don't have a 40-pound, 30-pound fucking weight advantage on somebody that's fighting at 135 or whatever, you're not even gonna have the balls for real to feel like that you're gonna win. You probably get in the ring for that check, yeah. That money forever if you know what to do with it. So GD, salute. Fight night, baby, right. Salute to boxing and barbecue. Raymond Ford. Yeah, okay. Raymond Ford versus Nunes, Sugar Nunes. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Set that up. I like that fight. I got Sugar Nunes beating his ass. I got him beating his ass. Excuse me. Real talk. Stu to the jab, Jamboree. What is good with you? Act in the house. What is popping with you? I just thought about this shit. I'm tripping right now. Mm-hmm. Haney is on Rolly undercard. Yo. That shit is hilarious, man. The switcheroo is serious. The switcheroo is serious with that. All right. Okay. Appreciate you, Mr. Charming. The Frank performance put some fear in their heart too. That's what I'm saying, Roja. That Frank performance, man. Y'all don't know. Ain't no way in the world. Y'all like, oh, okay, yeah. After that Frank performance, I see what hole. I see how I can get him. Bro, y'all don't know how to beat this man. Your coach don't know how to beat this man. Your daddy don't know how to beat this man. Nobody knows. And you know you're going to be a meme like everybody else. That's where the hesitation is coming from. But you got to act like you're not scared. So you call him, you call him out and you disrespect him. You disrespect him. I want y'all to know that it's fighters that fought Tank without disrespecting him too. You don't have to disrespect the man to get a fight. And I know this is a fight. This is a sport where you get punched in the face. But I'm sorry. This is a sport that also makes you rich. Am I wrong about that? Shit. If somebody go as far to calling people the N-word and saying that they monkeys and shit, do I really have to get? I mean, nigga, you don't have to kiss my ass. You don't have to be nice to me. But do I have to give you money after that? Do I have to? Without looking some type of way? Do I have to give you money after that? Now, granted, I want to see the Tank versus Till fight, but I'm just saying there should be lines that's drawn. This is boxing, bro. This is not fucking what do you call it? This ain't bare knuckle. This is boxing. There's rules in this shit. Prelims on ScrewTube. Okay. You saw them uppercuts to the body. Oh, man. His body was moving around in that fight. Tank kept coming like nothing was bothering him. And you can tell Tank was some shots he was getting hit with. And like I told people, bro, since people don't think he was doing, it was nothing. Yo, put up a high guard and have some people punch at you. Seriously. Just hold the high guard since y'all think it's so easy. The defense not even easy to do. Sit with the high guard and have people punch hard as fuck at them, at your gloves. Don't even tell them to hit you in the face. Let them punch your gloves. Bet you they wear your ass out. I'll bet you'll want to fight the person that's punching your gloves. I bet you will want to say not so hard next time. Seriously, we used to sitting down watching this shit. These people ain't machines. They regular human beings, man. Not everybody punched the same. They seen Frank Martin. They knew that man had power. Because every time they looked like he was down or got mad, you can call him that, not Tank. People be like, oh, well, when Tank down on the cards, he get mad and go in there and stop the fight. No, the fuck you don't. You can say that more about Frank Martin than you can Gervonta Davis. Frank Martin would be down on the card and go in that joint and sit somebody the fuck down. So they knew the man got power. He got good footwork. None of it mattered. He just walked straight at him. Nobody knew, no fighter, no opponent of Gervonta Davis, no person that talks shit about Gervonta Davis ever thought for 1 second Tank was going there and fight Frank the way he did. Y'all, nobody knew that. Nobody knew. None of the fighters or the people that hate on him thought he was capable of doing that shit, and he pulled it off. Look spectacular doing it. And the crazy shit, every time Gervonta say he's gonna do something to a fighter, he do it. Every single time Gervonta Davis say he's gonna knock somebody out in a certain round, he knock him out in that round. If somebody had money and really believed in Tank and was really a better, they'll be filthy right now. If they bet everything on what Tank said. Filthy. Man, nasty. But hold on. Y'all ever sit and think about if everything that happened to Tank, everything happened to Tank, not Devin? If you ever think that what all the Devin fans would say? Imagine if the first fight when Tank fought Ryan Garcia did Tank the way he did Devin Haney. Think about that, right? Real quick. Think about going in Ryan and Tank fighting and Ryan dropping Tank 5 times and beating Tank up the way he did. Imagine Tank saying that he's going to press charges, and imagine Tank saying he never been overmatched. Imagine Tank saying that he going to press charges for battery. Imagine that. How would the Devin fans react when Ryan comes out dirty? I need some participation in the chat. How would the Devin Haney fans act towards Tank if it all happened to Tank and that was all what Tank was doing, not Devin? How would Devin fans react when it came out that Ryan was dirty with the eye stream? I think about that sometimes. And Ryan dropped Tank 6 times and sued Ryan for battery. And all people, would they still be saying that, would they still like Ryan? Would they be rubbing it in, saying Tank got beat up and he's just lying? He's just crying? Imagine if everyone officially found Tank got his jaw broke from Ryan. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah. They would have been going in on Tank saying he's soft and all that BS contradiction. Like, they wouldn't give a fuck that Ryan's on our stream. I really think that. They wouldn't give a shit. They wouldn't have gave a shit that Ryan was on our stream. All of their lives, they'd be praising Ryan. All their lives would be how Tank was knocked down and, on all fours and shit, face down, butt in the air. They be making mad jokes, mad memes. Just being honest, man. Just being honest. Just being real. When I think about it, it's like, and I went and listened to an old live I did before Devin fought Ryan, and somebody was like, "What if Devin lose?" I said that, and I can find it, make a short of it, because I listened to it. I was listening to old lives before I went live again last Saturday. I was like, "Yo, if Devin and them lose, they'll find a way to make that shit not happen." No bullshit. That's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. And the fight didn't happen. and still fight didn't happen. Hell yeah, man. You remember me saying that shit? Yo, they'll make a way for it not to happen. They didn't lose. They didn't lose. And still. Shit is crazy, yo. That shit is crazy, in my opinion, yo. But people accuse Tank for years for being the reason why fights don't happen. That's why people don't like Tank. I heard a lot of people say they don't like Tank because of fights not happening, because of they'll say a certain fighter, or but matter of fact, that's it. It'll be because fights ain't happening. That's why people don't like Tank. It's been years. A lot of different fighters. They don't see Tank in certain fights. Now, after 6+ years, it's time to fight. Floyd Mayweather ain't in the way. There's no obstacles in the way. He's the cash cow. There's nothing to say no to. And they are saying no. I don't see Shakur Duck Tank or Devin Duck Tank or Loma Duck Tank videos. I don't see that. Where are all those at? It tells you that they really wasn't here for boxing. And a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people has just been lying. They've been lying to us, for real. They're here to help their favorite fighters' careers, and y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? And they favorite not as good as they should be or as they want to be, so they hate on the better fighter to boost up their fighter career. That shit is trash. I don't know when it's gonna stop, but it needs to come to a halt. I'm over it. I will keep saying it until I die. Bill and Devin kept saying Tank was fighting an exhibition match with Ryan, only to fight him 1 week shy of a year after Tank's fight. Right. Oh my gosh. It's so many things, Queen. It's so many things, Dolores, that they did to make Tank look bad. And now everything came out to be kind of some BS. Like everything has an asterisk by every talking point they had against Gervonta Davis now. Everything got an asterisk or just been crossed out as a lie. But you haven't seen them make videos about nothing else besides what they've been doing. Like it's nothing is going to change a lot of people. I've been said Tank can't make people happy. It just is what it is. It's him. As people just treat him differently. Hold on. I think if Shakur keep being friends with the ops, like Keyshawn said, yo, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem, yo. It's gonna be a problem. I see a little, you know what I'm saying? He not really fully all the way mature, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like Keyshawn would probably get mad over something silly. It really does. You know what I'm saying? But that whole little scene looked funny because everybody else was being a man about it. All right. Raymond Ford and Shakur was a man about it. The man just got a fight. He got out of the ring. He don't have no problem with y'all. He shook your hand like a man. And Raymond Ford was supposed to shake his hand. Shakur was supposed to shake that man's hand. So, I mean, we'll see if, Keyshawn get out this funk when it comes to the man, because walking up to Bosie's, calling him the op 10, saying that he with the ops ain't it, pimping. That's not it, gangster. That's not it, little gangster. Little pistol starter. That's not it, bro. I don't even like that. At the first time ever, I think this is the first time somebody called out Shakur after a fight in the ring, right? Because people don't be wanting to fight him. For real, let somebody make them call. But that call out, the way he did Shakur was kind of violent. You know what I mean? He didn't get in the ring because they not in the same weight class. He got a fight coming up. You know what I mean? Maybe he don't want to fight or right now. So he didn't get in the ring. But it was different, man. It just looked different because after the fight, I was searching for an interview. I was like, yo, in this interview, he gonna tell him what it is. Yo, I really thought that. So you gonna tell him what it is, yo. When he said he was a clout chasing and he at 140, what are we talking about? I was like, come on, bro. We gotta do better than that because you doing an interview, just did an interview, or before or after he said this, saying that he'll fight Tio at 140. So I mean, it's not the weight. Don't say he fight at 140. What are we talking about, bro? Just keep it real. If you think that he ain't good enough to fight, you say that. If you think he needs a title and that's the only way you're gonna fight somebody at 140, say that. That shit makes more sense than you just to come out and be like, he at 140. What are we talking about? Like, bro, you talk about fighting at people at 140, haven't you? Like, it really depends on the name. Period. And they'll fight. So it is what it is. But it's tradition. It's tradition to rob Tio on his last fight or coming up. I think Bob is over it. I think Bob is over Tio. He's done. He don't want to deal with this shit no more. Tio said people die for that. Like, bro, that is a threat for real. To say you don't want to get hit with defamation, and then in the same interview say people die for what they did, bro. It's ridiculous. No, it didn't sound like Tito didn't sound. It wasn't sound like. It wasn't no clout chase, bro. He cussed and everything. He said it to you. Like, usually, I think it's clout chasing when people get in their cars by themselves, fired up, and call somebody out cussing them. I think it's clout chase when they do it over social media typing. Like, bro, y'all were both in the flesh, in the same building, in the same room. Y'all looked at each other while he said what he said, bro. That's a real call out. And I respect to Tito for not saying nothing but what he gonna do to the man. Like, that's what you're supposed to say. People don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? When Rolly did it, all Rolly talked about is what he gonna do. Well, not all he did. He did cross the line a bunch of times. But Rolly used to talk about what he gonna do, and Ryan, what he gonna do to Tank. Other fighters don't really do that. They just say a bunch of dumb shit. For real. Just say a bunch of dumb shit. But it's tradition for Top Rank to rob Tio. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. And Tank, the only big boxer, the only big name boxer that's trying to keep boxing alive in America. While a lot of people's favorites jump ship because they're not getting enough money. So they go over there to get the checks that they want without putting in the hard work versus the best in America. Like, that's really what I see. Andy Cruz be like, your mother did. Thanks, Logan. Oh, shit. If niggas don't want to get beat up by a nigga named Ernesto. You wildin'. Oh, shit, man. I'm going to say one last thing. I think I got one last thing and get on up out of here. Well, no. Let me say real quick. Shakur training with Sean Porter and shit, bro. Training with the best it's cool. Like, no matter who you fighting, it's 100% cool. That's not the problem. The reason why people saying stuff is because of the talk before the fight. That's just like Devin, the way he was talking about Ryan before the fight. You know what I mean? But everybody should be used to the way Shakur talks the same way before every fight. You know what I'm saying? He might say he's going to stop somebody or not, but he talks the same way pretty much before every fight. So to say that this dude baby food, though, and all of this stuff that you're saying and y'all got history and stuff, that's the only reason why people are saying that, why are you pulling out all these people? You know what I mean? But I don't really care. It doesn't really make a difference, you know. I think Sean Porter uh, don't really fight like uh, Kid Austin. They look similar when they're fighting, but they don't really do the same thing. Yeah, they kind of jump in like that or whatever. But that's Sean Porter's game on most of the part, like for the most of the fight, just to jump in. That's how he fight, like because he's coming forward, throwing a lot of punches. The way that's how he fight. He does like Kid Austin chooses when to do that. He ain't gonna do that the whole fight. You're not gonna do it the whole fight like Sean. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt, honestly, if Sean was doing that to Shakur Stevenson. Sean is a professional. He's retired, but he's still a professional. He's somebody who's probably overweight as hell, like everybody else that went to Shakur's gym to spar him or look at him fight or whatever. All of them is out of shape. So I'm more than sure he wasn't fighting like that. If you understand what I'm saying. I'm more than sure Sean Porter was not in there fighting like it was his prime versus Shakur Stevenson while they sparred. So I don't even think it makes a difference. I don't. But I do understand why people are saying stuff. Okay, that's all I really want to say about that. But if a fighter would stay in the same weight class and clear it out or stay there for like 10 years, sooner or later the fighter will fight like up and comers, he'll fight gatekeepers, he'll fight journeymen, he's going to fight everybody because there's nobody else in the fight. I mean, in the weight class to fight if he stays there and clear it out, right? Eventually, he's going to fight some people that they will call soft touches. Eventually, he's going to do that. Fighters rank number one regardless of their record or resume. He'll be fighting them. I'm not saying Tank was in the same weight class for 10 years. But what I'm saying is the cream of the crop that people want to see him fight is not even in all the weight classes that he fought in his career. And there's some of them that he did get in there with. A lot of people wanted him to fight Pitbull, regardless of what people say or not. A lot of people wanted him to fight him. That's why the turnout was so big, bro. A lot of people like that Leo Santa Cruz fight. A lot of people like that Mario Barrios fight. And those are different weight classes. Like, bro, he's trying to fight the big names, but if Gervonta is like one of the main fighters that can fight a soft touch, and y'all should not have a problem with it. All fights are still going to be entertaining, and he's fought hard fights before. Like, y'all need to tell me when Devin or Shakur or Keyshawn, anybody fought somebody like Mario Barrios. Tell me when they fought somebody with those advantages over them, and I'll be quiet. But it hasn't happened. But that person is going to have fights versus people that has a slim chance to win, period. It's just eventually that's just what's going to happen. Fighters coming up and waiting, all of that. That's what's going to happen. Tank is that guy. He's going to fight Lamont moving up. He's going to fight soft touches. And if fighter's not scared, he's going to fight the best at 135 that can make 135. Bill said before the fight, I'm sending my son to kill Ryan Garcia. Bill Haney, after the fight, Ryan tried to kill my baby. Yep. That's a fact. Shakur and his team making sure the WBC applied that rehydration clause definitely shows they did want the right to face Kid Austin at 100%. What happened to him being a child? Man, I can find footage saying with Shakur saying that he don't care about how much a fighter is when they come in the ring. I can find footage. I seen him say it. I remember that shit. I just don't remember where I seen it at. It's when it comes to Shakur, it's a lot of the contradicting going on. But I'm about to go watch these rest of these fights on this card. I think the other card just started or about to start at 5:30 if it didn't already start. Salute to everybody that came in the building. Everybody that's going to hit this playback, please hit that like button and sub to the channel before you get on out of here. If you haven't subbed to the channel, share this live and get it out. I don't know if YouTube is even sending my notifications, but salute to everybody that came in the building anyway. And everybody that's going to hear this. Like I said, I see you next Saturday, every Saturday, 4 4 p.m. is what I'm gonna start doing it because we got these great ass fights coming up, man. I gotta see them. Always like and subscribe to this channel though. Peace.
Perfect.